you guys a story on how I came about acquiring this car. So, I've been on the market for a Subaru for a short while. I have become a little bit of a fanatic when it comes to Subaru engines, Subaru cars, Imprezas, Forester, the history, rally heritage, that kind of thing. So, for the past couple of years, I had a car, daily driver, nothing special, so Vauxhall Insignia, nothing wrong with the car, it was just, like I said, nothing special. So, I've been on the prowl, messaging people on Facebook Marketplace and on eBay and wherever else I can find cars, looking at things like 2004 Subaru Forester XTs, that kind of thing. I'd like a turbocharged Forester of some sort. The dream car soon became, would have been anywhere between a 2003 to a 2009 Forester STI. Even now, that is the pinnacle of a car to me at this time. However, they are priced very highly, way out of my budget. Same with these. This is a 1999 Subaru Forester STB. And the STB was a Japanese only model where you're going to get them in this country or many other countries. However, I think I'm going on a little bit. These were, again, out of my budget. I weren't even looking for these. I was looking more for like the XTs. If I could find a cheap banged up XT, I'd sort of go for it. I was on Facebook Marketplace one day, as I do most days, to look at Subarus. I never really thought I would buy one or manage to get the swap, because every time I ask people, oh, would you like to trade for my Vauxhall Insignia, they go, nah mate, keep that. So I saw this advertised, and the advert on Marketplace, well, it was a shoddy advert. It's not one that you'd look at twice. It was advertised as a 2009 Subaru Forester S. I was like, well, I could see the picture, and it had a nice body kit on it. I figured that looks a bit different, so I clicked on it. And then within the advert, it was advertised as a 1990 Subaru Forester S. I was like, okay, so it's advertised as two different things. And then, because I like the look of it, like the visuals of it, I clicked through a few of the photos. And on these photos, I think there were only like 3 or 4 photos, but I noticed on there was an STB badge on the rear and some Japanese writing on the door, on the inside of the door here. I figured this guy doesn't know what he's got. So I said to them, I just sent him a message, thinking nothing of it. Would you like to trade for my car? He says, yeah, okay, when would you like to meet? So I was apprehensive. I was like, whatever. This car was 200 miles away from me. It was a day trip for me to go and get it. So I spoke to my wife. I said, I'm going to go have a look at this car. I don't think there's going to be anything of it. I'm going to go there, it's going to be knackered, it's going to be a rock box, it's going to be shit, and I'm going to just come home. Which won't be much of an issue, because I can then just drive my car home, and I've just gone to McDonald's 200 miles away. Whatever. Didn't think anything of it at all. I got there. The guy already had it running, which is a red flag as it is. And I immediately looked at it, and my suspicions were correct that this car was a Japanese import. There was stacks and stacks of paperwork. It's all half of it's in Japanese. And the guy says to me, he says, "Oh, it's all in Chinese. I can't read it." I was like, "Okay." So he doesn't know what it is. He says it's my neighbour's car. I've never driven it, kind of thing. Thing is, he's a trader. He gives that story about every car he's ever had, that kind of thing. So he had it warm, he had it running, and I had a look around the car. Yes, it had a few minor cosmetic bits, mainly on the body kit itself. It's got a smashed fog light and whatever. There was a few little things. But as I looked through the paperwork, I'd seen that it had been imported in 2009, and at that point it would have been converted from kilometres to miles. So the mileage listed was actually a lot less than he'd thought. Anyway, we got in the car. He got in my car, I got in this car, and we went for a drive around the block. The Subaru drove absolutely fine, absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. It put a smile on my face. I quite liked it, which I didn't expect to. I expected to go there and think, what a bag of shit this is, let's just go home. So I've got out the car, I've looked under the car, I've looked under the bonnet, I've looked around the car, I've checked everything, and there's nothing jumping out at me as to why I shouldn't like this car, or why I shouldn't want to go ahead and do the swap. So I said to him, let's do it. And he was happy with my car, I was happy with this car. Cool. So I've got the keys to the Subaru Forester. I now have to travel home 200 miles to get back to where I live. Driving down the normal streets, it was absolutely fine, absolutely dandy. I was surprised that I went ahead and done the deal and took the risk of giving away my family's car, my family's daily driver. I literally gave that to somebody else in exchange for this, and that to me was a big deal. So before I came home, it needed fuel in it or whatever. I didn't quite fill up, I think I put 50 quid in it or whatever, just before coming onto the motorway. So came onto the motorway, onto the on-ramp. The on-ramp in this particular one was an uphill on-ramp. I thought, right, I'm going to have to put my foot down a little bit to gain some momentum, to get it up to speed, to make it onto the motorway, to not be dangerous. I had to put my foot down, turbos kicked in. Instead of giving power, the car backfired a lot. I'm not sure if it was spitting flames out of the exhaust, but at the back of the car you could visibly feel and hear a lot of bangs and no power. Immediately after that, the check engine light came on, and I was like, I've been out of here. Oh dear, what have I done? So I lugged it 200 miles up the motorway at around 50 mile an hour because the car was in limp mode and whatever. I'd done the deal, I took the risk, and it bit me on the ass as far as I could see. So I've got it home. The next day I come out, I say, right, whatever's wrong with this car, we're going to fix it because this is our car now. Obviously with the misfires, oh well, at first I took it to the garage. They couldn't find any codes on the car with OBD reader, so I took it upon myself. Well, it clearly needed spark plugs, so first thing I did, pull the spark plugs out. They were black, they were horrific. Put some new spark plugs in. That solved a lot of the misfiring. Basically cured the car as it was. However, I still had a check engine light on the car. Bus going past. We did solve that. I've made a video on solving that for you. You will see that pretty much the first video I upload after this. But yeah. Oh, and when I bought the car, the guy said to me, "Oh, your tracking's off. We'll go get it done at the garage before I let you go." He literally took me to the garage in the car, paid for an alignment to be done, which was done there and then, and then I set off. So at this point, I'm thinking I've got a good deal. I've just swapped my insignia for a Subaru, a Forester STB, which is a Japanese imported model, worth a hell of a lot more than he thought it was. He didn't know what he had. I knew what he had. I took it away. It was as simple as that.